Well, Cash App Taxes is a free tax filing solution that allows you to file both your federal and your state taxes for no cost at all. The free software includes calculations accuracy guarantee, audit defense, and it even covers many of the most common tax situations for most common tax filers. So for starters, what is Cash App Taxes? Well, formerly known as Credit Karma Tax, Cash App Taxes is the newest kid on the tax filing block, so to speak. But don't let its newness fool you, because for some tax filers, it may be more than enough. Now, for those who filed with Credit Karma Tax in past years, Cash App Taxes has you covered, as they provide you access to all your past tax returns as well. Now, like I said, Cash App Taxes offers free federal and state filings for most simple tax returns and situations. And while they don't support as many tax forms as paid tax software, they support a very comprehensive list of many of the most commonly used tax forms. This includes things such as W-2s, 1040, HSAs, itemizing schedules, business income, business profit and loss, child tax credits, earned income credits, just to name a few. They also support several forms of 1099 income, including those for investment income, independent C contractors, and other miscellaneous income. You'll even find support for forms for sales of crypto, as well as capital gains and losses. And in just a bit, we're gonna go over some of the key tax forms and situations that they don't support that you need to know about. But first, let's dive into a few of Cash App Taxes' main features. The first feature worth noting is Cash App Taxes double guarantees. So Cash App Taxes provides both a maximum refund guarantee and a calculation accuracy guarantee. Now, their maximum refund guarantee promises you that you'll receive the max refund due to you. And if another tax service finds you a larger refund, Cash App will reimburse you the difference up to $100. Secondly, their accurate calculations guarantee is the second guarantee that covers your tax liability. Cash App will reimburse you up to $1,000 if the IRS discovers any errors in your calculations and sends you a bill. Now let's talk about their importing feature next, because if you've ever used another tax service in years past and you're looking to try the Cash App Taxes, they do allow you to import your prior year's tax returns from services such as TurboTax, H&R Block, and even TaxAct. Next, let's discuss their free audit defense. Now, to provide audit defense, Cash App Taxes partners with Tax Protection Plus, and this insurance basically protects you in the case you are audited regarding your tax returns. Next, I want to talk about Cash App integration, because if you're already a Cash App user, you can have your refund deposited straight into your Cash App account. In fact, before you actually start your return on Cash App Taxes, you'll first need to create a Cash App account if you don't already have one. Let's now dive into what you're all asking about, and that's their customer support. Because while Cash App Taxes offers many free add-ons like guarantees and audit defense, you might be wondering about their customer support. Well guys, because of their free price point, their customer support availability, well, it takes the biggest hit compared to other paid alternatives out on the market. Now, don't get me wrong, Cash App Taxes, they do have a small collection of help articles on their website, but their customer service is limited to just email support. There is also no access to tax professionals should you need any actual tax advice. Now, for first-time tax filers, this could be a reason to look elsewhere if you want or you think you might need some professional tax guidance. Still, as far as pricing goes, you can't beat free, right? The software doesn't support all the forms that some of the more popular tax software do, but it could be enough for some tax filers. So with that being said, let's dive a little deeper into the list of forms that Cash App Taxes supports, because it's over 100. Believe me guys, I've counted. So here on Cash App Taxes website, they do have a help article that shows you which forms and tax situations that they do support. And while I can't go through every single tax situation and form, I will scroll through the page here so you can pause the video at any point if you need to see if they support your current tax situation or your specific tax form. If you scroll down this page here, there are over 100. You have your W-2s, 1040s, 1095s, and many 1099s. You have Schedule 1s, Schedule A, Schedule C, Schedule D, all these different schedules, deductions, and all these other different tax forms and situations. Again, I'm scrolling here slowly, guys, but you can pause the video at any point if you need to look further to see if they have your specific tax form or situation. That's the end of the list there, but I've counted it. There are over 100 different tax forms that Cash App Taxes does support completely for free with their free software. So definitely check out this list on their website if you're not sure. So now that you've seen the list of forms that they do support, let's take a second to look at the list of forms and tax situations that they don't support, because this is also very important. And while I can't go through every single tax situation and form that they don't support, again, I will scroll through them here so you can pause the video at any point if you need to see if they don't support your specific tax situation. So here are some of the situations that they don't support, and this includes filing your state taxes without filing your federal taxes using Cash App Taxes first. That's important. Also, they don't support multiple state filings, part year state filing, or non-resident state filings. They're also not supported by Cash App Taxes, and other things here as well as prior year return filings, foreign earned income, underpayment penalty calculation payments, also married filing separately returns in community property states. So those are a list of tax situations that they don't support. And down here are the specific federal forms also that they don't support on Cash App Taxes. So they don't support the earned income credit for non-dependents. They don't support additional child tax credits. And I'm just going to keep scrolling down here because there are several that may not apply to most people. But if you see your specific tax form here or tax situation, they don't support it, then it's probably not an ideal solution for you, Cash App Taxes. But for certain people who like earn foreign earned income or multiple state filings, or if you filed your federal taxes with another software, you then cannot file your state taxes with Cash App Taxes. So definitely check out their website to see the full list of forms that they don't support. So let's take a second now to discuss who can use Cash App Taxes, because while the service is free to use for all returns, there are some additional requirements. Firstly, you must be at least 18 years old. Secondly, you must be a US citizen or a resident alien. And thirdly, if you're filing a state return, you'll need to have earned all your income in the state in which you currently live. Speaking of state returns, this can be a bit tricky when it comes to the Cash App Taxes software, because without a doubt, the biggest draw to Cash App Taxes is their price point, right? While most tax software will charge you separately for filing your federal and your state returns, Cash App Taxes charges you for neither. However, while you can file for free returns in 43 states and Washington, D.C., you cannot file a state return with Cash App Taxes unless you'd also filed a federal return. However, for those who live in states that do not require state tax returns, you can file just a federal return. And another drawback to consider would be that Cash App Taxes cannot be used to file multiple state returns, non-resident state returns, or even part year state returns. In essence, guys, Cash App Taxes is not an ideal choice for anyone who's earned income in more than one state. So with that out the way, who is Cash App Taxes actually for? Well, Cash App Taxes doesn't support as many forms as paid tax software. They do offer support for far more tax situations than you'll find on other programs' free plans. So if you're on a budget, or you have a simple tax return, or you're simply a more experienced tax filer, well, then you may find Cash App Taxes as an ideal solution for you. I mean, you can import your prior year's tax returns from other popular tax software, and you can get started in a few simple steps. And with completely free federal and state returns, a maximum refund guarantee, and of course that free audit defense, well, it's pretty hard to fault the service. And for many tax filers and Cash App users, the software could be more than enough. But who is Cash App Taxes not ideal for? Well, I would say if you're new to filing your taxes, or you want access to tax professionals, or you simply have a more complex tax situation, then Cash App Taxes, it may not make sense for you. Because while they do offer a help center and email assistance, they don't currently offer phone or live chat support. And some of the key limitations would be that they don't support multiple state returns, they don't support foreign earned income, they don't support the health coverage tax credit, and they don't support only filing your state taxes without filing your federal taxes with them first. But as we went over earlier in the video, there are hundreds of supported situations and also just a few unsupported tax situations. So again, be sure to check out the website to verify if they cover your tax situation. Again, if you'd like to try Cash App Taxes, I do have referral links below for Cash App Taxes as well as for my other recommended tax software with discounts. Now, if you'd like to see how Cash App Taxes compares to the top tax software today, be sure to watch this video right here where I break down how Cash App Taxes stacks up to popular tax services like TurboTax, H&R Block, and more. And while they do cost more than Cash App Taxes, their benefits might surprise you. So click on over and I'll see you in that video.